Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Polo and Brandy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your growing puppy's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands. The correction and lots of motivations that we give the little guys when we're working with them and the training equipment that we're using. Brandy is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and she keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in her right hand. That leaves her left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and release. You notice she's got 2 fingers on that leash. A little tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. You're going to be introduced to the training equipment and taught how to use it properly during your follow-up training session tomorrow. Now, Polo is sitting very nicely at Brandy's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Polo heel. Now, one of the things that's really important when you have a growing puppy is that he has proper leash manners, and then when you're walking him outside, that he walks nicely next to you, and when you stop your feet, whether it's to cross traffic or talk to a neighbor, that he sits automatically without being told to wait for his next command. And Brandy gives him lots of praise for a good job. So with puppies, there has to be love, praise, reward. We don't use food. We try not to use food. We use praise. And he has learned to keep his shoulders even with your left leg when you're walking, and when you stop, he sits. And what a nice job. Now, the next command that Brandy's going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. I'm talking a little loudly because our neighbor is doing something with machinery outside, so the long sit-stay when you're practicing at home, you're going to start out at about 30 seconds, and you're going to slowly work up over the next couple months to 3 minutes. When Brandy returns back to him, she walks counterclockwise around the puppy, ends up back at his shoulders, and then he's looking up at her because he expects to get another command, and she tells him to heel again. If she has to tap her leg or tell him good boy to keep him motivated, we do that. Nice automatic sit. He is the cutest thing. If she speeds up, he should do the same. If she slows down, he should do the same. When she stops, he sits. She leaves him in another sit-stay, walks out to the end of her leash and turns to face him. And this time, instead of returning back to him, Brandy's going to demonstrate the come-on command. It's Polo come. He's been taught to come and sit, so he's not coming and jumping all over you. All of our exercises are designed to enhance his focus, his self-control, his maturity, his ability to pay attention for longer. And remember, if you're controlling the dog's head, you're controlling the whole dog. So we keep his head up off the ground. She leaves him in another sit-stay, and she's going to demonstrate the come-on command again. She lets him hold it because we want him to know what stay means. Then she uses his name, calls him right in. He comes in and sits. He looks right up at her. He goes back to heel and back sitting. Nice job, buddy. He's really grown into himself in the time that he's been here. He doesn't have that round little puppy look anymore. He's gotten longer, and I don't know if he's gotten much taller, but he's definitely grown. Now, the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a heel position. So with the puppy always seated first at your left open palm straight down toward the ground, and the one-word command to down and stay. Now remember, you saw Brandy give that little correction. Remember, if you tell him down and he doesn't do it, you just that 2-finger little pop on the training collar. Your long down stay, practice indoors, right in your living room. Work up to 5 minutes. When Brandy returns back to him, she walks all the way around him just as she did on the sit stay, stopping at his shoulders because he's looking up and asking her, what are we going to do now? He heels out of that, and we're going to demonstrate that down from a heel position again. She doesn't allow him to drop his head, sniff the ground, do all of that. You're healing. You're doing an obedience exercise. Very nice. See, that time he didn't require any correction. He remembered from the last time. And this time Brandy will call him out of that. And it is about consistency when he goes home. You definitely want to use your commands in the house, but we'll go over all of that tomorrow with you. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a distance. So with the puppy seated, you give him the stay command, you turn to face him. This is the only time that you use your right hand to give the command. You can see he knows it. He's hesitant, but he knows it. And that is your down from a distance, and then Brandy gave him the stay and she backed all the way away. So we have demonstrated for you all of Polo's formal on-leash obedience commands. We will have a packet of information to go over with you when you come to get him tomorrow. He has done a really good job, and he is a really sweet guy. We've enjoyed every minute of having him, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.